let's talk about it, the wonderful news, the powerful news, the life-changing mindset that it only takes one parent to end the conflict. Wow. Whenever I teach parents that they don't have to work together anymore, they can parallel parent, they can focus on their own strategies in their own home, they can learn the skills they need to, and it only takes one parent to end the conflict, they are so relieved. You see, the court system forces you to try to work together. Well, we know how well that works. You're in this class. So instead, I want to give you permission to parent on your own. Stop talking to the other parent. Stop asking them for permission to do certain things. Stop asking them for an agreement. Instead, parent to the 100th power. Now that's a lot of work. A lot of parents go, wow, I never thought about that. But I'm asking you to parent to the 100th power. You have to assume if you're having conflict that either you or the other parent is difficult. Well, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you think the other parent's difficult. So let me teach you a couple things, or maybe define a high conflict parent. Number one, you can raise your hand to this one if it's true. Number one, a lot of times the other parent may not be able to be empathetic. They can't get into your shoes, they never could, and they can't get into their children's shoes. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Where you can't seem to get the other parent to see your point of view or to have empathy for the children. We could call it narcissism, we could call it selfishness, we could call it lack of insight, but the bottom line is that that parent doesn't have the skills or the strategies or whatever else it is to be able to get into the children's shoes and think like them or focus on what's appropriate for children at that age. So that's number one. Number two, we talk about insight. The parent not only can't empathize, but they can't see that their behavior today can drive their children away in the future. They can't see that the decisions they're making today will actually create a problem in the future. What they're doing, their behavior, whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, pornography, letting kids do things without rules, allowing kids to push the self-esteem barriers, whatever it is, a lot of times that parent doesn't see the future. They don't have the synapses or the neuroconnectors to say, when I do this, this will happen in the future. They're missing that. All right. Number three, they won't take responsibility. It's always your fault. They'll call them the brilliant blamers. It's always your fault why things can't be the way they are. It's your fault that I lost my job. It's your fault that we're breaking up. It's your fault that the children are misbehaving. It's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Brilliant blamers. Brilliant at convincing everybody, even in the court system, that you are at fault. Boy, that's a lot of life energy, isn't it? For you to react to that. It's exhausting, all right? And the next one is that other parent doesn't really have the ability or the skills to create a plan of action to raise the children. They don't understand that what they're doing could very well drive their children away in the future. You can talk to them till you're blue in the face. It's lights on, no one's home for them. They don't get it. If I made sense with any of those things, then you definitely need to parent to the 100th power. You need to understand it only takes one parent. Now here's the good news. I went to a conference this summer and I learned that everything I've always said about it only takes one parent has been proved. Here's what they found. In a conflict situation, if a child is closely connected to one of the parents, the child will be okay. Isn't that great news? Research has proved what I've always said, and it's true, that children need one parent to be close to them to turn out okay. Wow, that's terrific. Now let me talk about the two fears parents have. The fear that the children are going to be messed up by the breakup, and the fear that the parents are going to lose the love of the child. Now, if you parent to the 100th power and you do the things that I tell you to do in this course, you will turn your children into wonderful human beings, in spite of the fact that you might have a high conflict X or soon to be X as the other parent. Now, I'm going to ask you to answer this question. How much life energy are you spending on the other parent? You're in a breakup. So if you're breaking up or broke up, if you're still focusing on them, you're losing your life energy on them. How much time and energy, if you're looking at 100% down to 0%, do you give the other parent? Generally, if somebody's been in conflict a lot of time, they tell me a lot. They'll say 80%, 90%, 70%, 50%. That's way too much, right? So in this course, if I keep giving you the skills and strategies to take your energy and focus it on the children, then you can let go of the amount of energy that you're giving to the other parent. Now, they may be taking your energy, but we're going to teach you how to say, no, stop, no more. I'm not going to give that to you anymore. You see, you have control. You may not like what your ex is saying about you or doing to you. You may not like the fact that you're reacting to them. But the bottom line is, you do have control. And if I teach you the skills and I give you the concepts that it only takes one parent and you have to parent to the 100th power, and you do those things, your ex becomes a dot in your life rather than someone taking 90 or 80 or 70 or 60% of your time, your energy, and your life. And remember, if you're with your ex, your energy is focused on them, it's lights on, no one's home for your children. So I need you to be with your children rather than with the other parent. With meaning that you're engaged in their imagination. Later on, we'll talk about the class on stringing pearls. You'll watch that and you'll love it, because every parent I ever teach loves the power that comes when they understand the power of stringing pearls. But for now, I want you to review these lessons, answer the questions, and then let's move on to the next lesson.